Hello everyone. Today, we're going to dive into the 8 key rules of handling money. These rules are your ticket to winning at managing finances and becoming financially free. First off, you've got to know the basic rules of money. There are many, but we've picked the most important ones for this video. Think of it as a quick course on how to handle your cash. If you're eager to get good at this money game, our video is a must-watch. It's packed with all you need to know. So get comfy with a drink and some snacks, and enjoy our video. Ever wondered who the quickest person to become a billionaire on their own was? While Warren Buffett took 55 years to hit the billionaire mark, Jay Walker did it in under a year with Priceline.com during the internet boom. His wealth soared from nothing to billions instantly, but this success wasn't lasting. When the internet bubble popped, his wealth plummeted too. Buffett, on the other hand, remains wealthy and isn't going anywhere soon. That's the kind of lasting wealth you should aim for. Winning the money game is tough. It's full of competition and can be harsh. If you don't learn the rules, you're likely to lose. Some people work hard their whole life but stay poor because they don't get how the game works. So, if you want to be successful, start by learning the rules. Here are the 8 money rules. Let's begin with the first one. Money grows on trees. You might have heard the opposite, but thinking this way is important. If you only trade your time for money, you'll never get ahead. Instead, think of making money like planting trees. These money trees can earn you income even when you're not working. But it's not easy. Planting a real tree takes effort. It needs good soil, water, and care. It doesn't grow fast. Some trees take decades to mature. But once they do, they keep giving fruit with little effort. This is like building a business or investing wisely. Over time, these can earn you money even when you're not actively working. Now, rule number 2. There's no limit to what you can spend. I used to live paycheck to paycheck with a tight budget. I thought more income would let me start investing. But when I earned more, I also spent more. Your expenses will grow as you earn more. So it's important to discipline yourself to live on less than you make. Elon Musk once lived on just $1 a day in the US. You can surely manage on a few hundred euros. It's great to enjoy the money you earn. Travel, have fun, but always spend less than what you earn. Rule number 3. Money is a game you play your whole life. When I first got serious about money and investing, I thought once I made a certain amount, I wouldn't need to budget tightly and could retire to enjoy my hard work. But when I reached that goal, I realized it wasn't enough. I had to keep making more. If you stop managing your money, it stops working for you. Buying a house doesn't mean you'll immediately have renters. If you don't maintain it, it could become more of a cost than a benefit. The idea that you can create an asset and then do nothing is unrealistic. Even with a successful business, there will be competitors trying to outdo you every day. So don't count on retiring completely. You might automate some tasks or work fewer hours, but overall, this money game goes on as long as you live. The richest people in the world show this. They keep working even when they don't need to. Rule number 4. Money can't fix your insecurities. We all have things we're unsure about. Often, we buy things like expensive cars, bigger houses, or the latest phones to feel accepted or admired. That fancy car might make you happy for a week or two, but then it just becomes normal. Your insecurities won't disappear, so you might want something even more expensive. It's a cycle that keeps rich people wealthy. If you're seeking acceptance, focus on managing your emotions better. Insecurities can empty your bank account, but still remain. Work on building your confidence and improving your social skills. I'm not saying don't buy a luxury car or a private jet. Get what you want, but don't do it just to feel better about yourself. There are smarter and cheaper ways to do that. Rule number 5. Keep your wealth a secret. We often like to show off our income, as it seems to set our social status in this capitalist world. But the problem with showing your wealth is that it draws people to you for the wrong reasons. Suddenly, everyone wants to be your friend and get a share of your wealth. It might feel good to be admired, but the cost isn't worth it. If they can't get your money in a friendly way, they might even sue you to get it. That's the harsh reality we live in. So, even if you're making $1 million a year, don't tell people. Stay humble, don't boast about your wealth, and just keep earning more. Rule number 6. Biggest wealth transfers happen in crises. When the economy crashed in 2008, many people lost their jobs, became homeless, or fell into poverty because companies couldn't pay them. But during such crises, the greatest shifts in wealth occur. Some people started investing during the crisis and ended up much richer afterwards. You can become very successful if you grab the opportunity. Remember Jay Walker, who made millions in less than a year during the dot-com bubble. His wealth didn't last, but he kept a lot of it. Mark Cuban is another example. He said he was lucky to become a billionaire because of the 1998 financial crisis. Instead of seeing financial crises as tricks by the government or the rich to cheat the poor, use them to your advantage, just like they do. Learn how the system works, study past crises to understand their causes, and be ready to benefit from the next one. Rule number 7. Your expenses will increase as you age. Have you noticed that each year you spend more money? As a teenager, $100 seemed like a lot, but now it might just cover your fuel costs. And as you get older, especially if you start a family, your expenses will keep growing. Many people don't worry about the future because they're making good money now. But when their expenses start to exceed their income, they complain about not having enough to invest. If your income doesn't grow each year, you'll end up living paycheck to paycheck, which can keep you poor for life. So it's crucial to focus on increasing your income every year. Rule number 8. Wealth builds up over time. You can't create wealth overnight, just like you can't grow a tree in a day. Remember, the earlier you start investing, the better. With compound interest, even $100 can grow significantly. The world's top investor started at 11 years old. What were you doing at that age? Here's a fun fact. By investing just $1,160, the cost of a new smartphone, you could make your grandchild a billionaire. In 100 years, without adding more money, it could grow to over $1 million. Your grandchild, if they aren't greedy and save it for their grandchild, could see it grow to about $1 billion in another 100 years. Waiting that long might seem pointless, but the earlier you start, the sooner you can earn enough to not worry about bills. Warren Buffett made his first billion in 55 years and his second billion in just 3 years. In fact, he earned 98% of his wealth after turning 55. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly investment tips. Leave a comment below, and happy investing!